Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta start them through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here of the Road to Glory series here with Pierre-Javier Shilo, or better known as PJ Shilo, here on College Football 26, as we're episode 22 here today, and we're going to finish off the regular season here with two matchups here. Both games are going to be on the road here today, and so taking a look at the top 25 right now, there you see App State currently at number 21, jumping up just one spot for number 22 from the previous episode. And there you see some of the teams that have dropped out. Of course, there you see the 2028 college football playoff look picture right now. And of course, we are trying to make our way back into that picture there, but it's going to be a tough go for us, as today we got to try to win out, and of course hope and pray that Southern Miss gets 2 losses on their docket, as right now we are leading the East there. Of course, Marshall right now sniffing our behinds, trying to get a spot there in the championship game here. As today's game matchup here, of course, we're going to be going against. There you see we lost to Marshall, who was actually the tiebreaker there, but right now we still have a bit of a shot here to get that conference championship game in, if we can do so here, especially if these Coastal Carolina team can defeat Marshall in their final game in today's episode. There you see PJ, as well as the leading top finalists in the Heisman Trophy race here. But yeah, we have our first game, of course, going against Coastal Carolina, who are currently 5-5 for the season. They are 3-3 in the Sun Belt, and in the last 5 games, Coastal Carolina is 2-3. And of course, our last game of the season, of course, will be against Troy, which on the road right now. which will be a road game there for them. And we'll see how well we play, or I should say, last game the Coastal Carolina play was actually Troy's University. That was a road game for them, 20-17. So we're really hoping that we can beat them, and then hopefully they will get the confidence for next week to beat Marshall, which will help us get a spot in the conference playoffs. And of course, our last game of the episode here today will of course be for the regular season will be against Georgia Southern, and of course we know the history with that, and we'll talk more about that coming up here. But there you see some of the top players here defensively for Coastal Carolina here. So we're trying to see if we can go in here real quick, get a quick dub, and then get right on out. As for again, I think in the last episode I told you guys, since then I've lowered the injury on here to around about 23, but we're still dealing with wear and tear here, which is, I guess, fine. But we'll see how much time will be spent on the field here with PJ here today. As like I said, I'm still tweaking the wear and tear since that last update that we got. I'm still having some things, tweaking the wear and tear there. Trying to make sure it's fair, but at the same time, trying to have some kind of ability to have our guys being run down, including PJ on the field there. But there you see DeAndre Harris there, one of their secondary players here, and take a look at his attributes there. And like I said, this should be a good game here. I'm looking to see if we can get a couple 100 yards or so, maybe a couple of touchdowns as well, to kind of seal the deal for us when it comes to the Heisman Trophy reign. And of course, with these two games here, we got quite a bit of work to do to try to get that done here. As we still we've got a good, we've been on the top of the list there for quite some time now here, but I kind of really hoping that these two games here today can really seal it up, make sure that nobody is going to be going in there and trying to take that away from us here. So beautiful night here in Carolina, as we'll see the Gamecocks come out here and get themselves together and try to see if they can knock off the number 21 team, 21st team in the nation in this one here. As we'll get into this one right now. 1st and 10 coming up here for App State, as they will of course lead this game off with the football. As you see, Shilo here runs this one here. That's a nice run as he gets into enemy territory there at their 42-yard line. Nice run there as App State gets a very nice run. There you see he is kind of hurt. We got some little bit of wear or tear there, but hopefully we can avoid hits like this there, as we lose a few there on that play. 2nd and 11 coming up, as we'll see a handoff, and Shilo here try to go off the edge there, but they're going to wrap him up pretty quick there and make good work of that. So we'll now try to see what we can do here on this 3rd and 11. They got us there as a receiver, as we'll see a deep pass here going high and up, and this one's going to go into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for App State. As App State able to get into the end zone there. Great throw and catch as the Mountaineers find themselves Alex Sanchez in the end zone. Nice job there from Wilson connecting there. And that's going to put us to first 6 points of the game, getting us a chance to now take this lead. We have a 7-0 lead here as the team defense did a great job there getting a quick 3 and out. We'll see now 1st and 10. On their own 42, hand off to Shilo. Shilo here trying to break off that tackle as he ran right into that block there. Try to get out of it there, but the animation pretty much had it sucked in. 2nd and 9, hand off as he's going to be stopped again, and he's only going to get enough to get back to the line of scrimmage there on that play. So we'll see what we can do here on this 3rd and 9. All at the 44-yard line. As we'll see a drop back here up the middle there. Nice pass there to Alex Sanchez. Sanchez gets this one all the way down to the 25-yard line of Coastal Carolina. As now we'll see here Ball at the 25-yard line after a nice pass here. We'll see if they get Shilo involved here. Shilo going to run this one off the edge. He's going to try to break off a tackle. Does, but that's not going to get us anything there as he's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. As we see now, we're being taken out of the game here, and looks like coaches are pretty much saying we have the night, and we're going to sit out for the rest of the game here. Hopefully we can hold on to this 1-point lead. As okay, finally, thank goodness. Getting a little nervous there. As okay, well, definitely getting nervous now here in 21-19, 22-21. Oh. As Coastal Carolina comes in there, gets the upset on us as they knock off the 21st ranked team in the nation. Nice Sun Belt win here for them. As we end up losing this one by one measly little point. Why just again? I don't understand why the wear and tear is so difficult with us. Our season wear and tear has just been horrible. And I've been trying to, do more sessions with him as trying to give him enough rest and get that, get that done, fixed and whatnot. But, well, unfortunately, not able to stay on the field there. And of course, us not be able to stay on the field there, that's going to, of course, cause us to get hit with a loss there. And hopefully we can now rebound here. Hopefully with a solid week here. Hopefully we don't have too much going on in this next final game of the season here, especially against one of our rivals. Hopefully we get a solid rest and go into this game and have a decent practice. Hopefully, we can try to get a win and try to end the season on a good note here. But we end up losing to Coastal Carolina in this one. As you see there, Caleb Etienne, the junior there, had a modest game, 16 carries for 27 yards there. But they just stayed close with us, and looks like our backups and stuff like that did not do a good job there of holding on to that lead. Of course, defense obviously didn't do their job there, and they were not too helpful of stopping the Coastal Carolina getting down the field there. So yeah, we are definitely going to have to try to figure out what we can do next in this next coming out game, because this Georgia Southern game, this is a rivalry, and I do not want to lose this one. I don't think we've lost to Georgia Southern since we started this series. So this is year 3, and we got a chance to kind of shut Georgia Southern up again. We got to try to take advantage of that here, especially if we're trying to get ourselves into a decent bowl now, because I think now our chances really of getting into the conference championship game is pretty much done, because with the way Marshall's been playing as of late, they're gonna, I think they're gonna be the heavy favorite in this one as we end up taking another L. But yeah, now we're just trying to see if we can just try to get the wins in place here, which we do. But we wanted at least a decent bowl game to get into here. As we'll take a look here at some of the numbers here from our guys there, and like I said, not a really good showing there, as we only had six carries for 33 yards there. We were pulled out right after the midway through the first quarter there because of our health. And like I said, I gotta figure out that wear and tear. I gotta see what Matt 10 has for sliders wise coming up for this next hopefully the next episode. Hopefully I'll have a slider set that he may be updated when it comes with wear and tear there. That, or I just may have to take wear and tear and turn it off until I can figure out something there. I feel like I'm just not doing I feel like I'm being cheated when it comes to that. But I see our academic advisor let us know that we have a project due in 2 weeks, and she wants to see how much study we're going to do here. And we're actually going to try to study this, study our our butt off and get some good grades there. We've been doing a really good job with that, and I want to keep that up here with him. But as we now get to our final game of the regular season here, as we see Georgia Southern was defeated last week against Arkansas State, as we were getting destroyed there by Coastal Carolina. Arkansas State beat them 38-17. there at home. And there you see Arkansas State doing an excellent job there. First quarter, getting 17 points right off the bat, and then scoring another 21 points, spread it out in 3 quarters there, winning that one there. So we'll see if we can, of course, try to go in here and, like I said, try to wreck house here, trying to put up some numbers here, because, like I said, this is pretty much our last chance, really, to impress the pollsters when it comes to the Heisman Trophy. Of course, we have a vote of our own for ourselves there, so obviously it's going to be, he gets a vote there. But if we can try to, convince others to give us the, opportunity to win a Heisman Trophy for the second year, back-to-back years here, that would be great. But we got some work to do here, so we just did not have a good performance there in that Coastal Carolina game. So there you see the numbers there from Georgia Southern. Like I said, in years past, we've done an excellent job there for defeating Georgia Southern. Had a really good running game there, a little over 100 yards or more. A couple of rushing touchdowns as well as a couple of receiving touchdowns here. But guys like Caleb Ellis are going to try to do their best to try to see if they can slow us down here in today's game. As you take a look at Ellis's numbers and his ratings right now there. And he is a pretty good, run stopper there. So, of course, our job is going to be doing our best to get away from him, especially off the edge there. So, we might have to run the ball a little bit more on the inside there and make sure he does not get a chance to get us. But at the same time, we got Jared Kraft, who's going to be up the middle there. He's a 2-star guy from Central Florida. So, we might have the opportunity to kind of maybe challenge him and get by him there, more so than we do than the edge rushers there they have. But nonetheless, we'll definitely mix it up to the passing and the running game like we have been. That's been kind of our thing all pretty much since the start of last season, going to this season here. So we'll see if they can turn things around and get things going with the running game, and like I said, the passing game as well. Hopefully, a little bit, you should be a little more healthier. Hopefully have a longer stay on the field than we did the previous game. Because like I said, I tried my best to, make sure his, he didn't go too crazy on the training or anything like that. I tried to make sure he has plenty of rest and try to heal him as much as we could there. But the game was just not really letting us do that. So as you see Collier there, you see his abilities there, free safety there. Of course, he'll be lurking around that secondary. And then, of course, there's some of the players right now who are going to be out for pretty much the next week or the remainder of the season here. As we looks like we got a pretty good chance here to kind of do what we need to do here. So here we are on the road again for the second straight week. And so we're now here in Georgia Southern. And we'll see if we can stop these Golden Eagles here from creating any more problems for us right now. As like I said, we've lost that game. And now we are trying to avoid get a third division loss, or conference loss here in today's game. As we'll get out to the field right now. 1st and 10 here for App State, as they will get ball here. Hand off to Shilo. Shilo's going to break on the tackle. Shilo keeping his legs moving here, going down the field as he is finally taken down there and stopped near the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 on that big run there. A nice run of about 40, I would say about 50 yards there on that carry. As we'll see a handoff again, another carry. That's going to get us a nice first. All the 7-yard line here, 1st and goal. And we'll see Shilo here going off to the right or left-hand side there, and he will get gobbled up as he'll be stopped at the 10-yard line. Handoff again here. Shilo trying to go on the right-hand side off the edge, and again being told no. So now we'll see the backup come in here now. He'll hand this one off As we'll see a run, and that's going to be a nice finish there for App State as they're able to find the end zone. I think that's what we need to be doing. I think we need to be running the ball a lot more up the middle, like I mentioned beforehand. But I will just want to try to see what we can do with the edge there. And, of course, the edge rushers were definitely showing why they are good edge rushers. As Quincy Duck, love that name, finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, App State. And we lead it now 7-0. I'll be back out here again as we had another quick 3-and-out here from our defense. As Wilson now has the football here for Shilo. Shilo's going to stay up the middle here. Shilo going down the field, and he's going to get to the 46, 47-yard line for the first down. 1st and 10. After that nice run, we'll see if Shilo will get his number called again. As play clock's running now down to 7. They'll snap it. Hand off to Shilo. Shilo here trying to break the tackle. He does, and he continues getting ping-pong around there. And so he'll be stopped there at the across the 50-yard line now at the Golden, or I should say the Georgia Southern 48-yard line. And now we'll see another handoff to Shilo. Shilo going down the field here. He has just burned the defense here as he finds his way in there for the touchdown. Touchdown, App State. As the App State Mountaineers, again, with their high-profile halfback here, P.J. Shilo, finding his way down the field here. Nice run there from him as he will just motor down the field here. And this is something I'm hoping we'll see a lot of when we get to him. Get him, in, of course, into the NFL here very soon. As we'll see. Nice lead here now, 14-3 as Georgia Southern will, of course, get a nice field goal there for themselves here, trying to stay in the game. 1:18 left here in the first quarter. As we'll see a toss there, that's for Shilo. Shilo taking this one down the field here. He's going to be manhandled, finally taken down there at the 44. Nice run there for him as he'll get that first down. Screen pass now here for Shilo. Oh, no, excuse me, not Shilo. That is Duck, I believe, in the backfield there. There's a screen pass there for him. Shilo trying to get a decent block there for him. We'll see a pass here, and we'll see if he gets any blocking here. And, oh, nice block. And you see Shilo running around there. I'm not great at blocking at all in this game, if you can not tell here. But, just trying to do our best here as we help Duck there get a nice lead or a nice gain there on that play. So now we're in the second quarter, still the same drive as we'll see a handoff now. This time it's going to be Shilo's number in there being called. Duck will come back out here on this 2nd and goal. Try to run this one up the middle, but he is going to get slammed there quickly as he's inside the 10. 3rd and goal coming up. As we'll see Shilo now has his number called here. A nice stop there from the line as they get a hold of P. Shilo there on that run and force them to, of course, that'll be a chance for a opportunity now for App State to punt, as they will punt. We'll get the ball back at our own 40, inside our own 40, and we'll see a handoff, and that's going to be a nice run as we get to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 here for App State, as we'll see a toss there to Shilo. Shilo here taking advantage of this as he does a great job there of getting that pass there again, getting another first down. Pass now being called there, and Shilo will get that one there. He'll catch that one near the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 now here in Eagles territory. 2nd and 6 coming up. A handoff to Duck again. Duck's going to, of course, hesitate there a little, but he is going to get some nice yards there. As they'll be now seeing a 3rd and 1, and he will he'll get in that one there. Nice carry, as we'll see now here on the side of the 20. Pass there by Shilo. Shilo has it. Shilo stiff arms and is, of course, ran out of bounds there near the 10. 1st and 10, 1st and goal coming up here. Ball inside the 10. As we'll see a pass up the middle there. Pass is going to be caught by the tight end, who gets a few more yards there. Placement at the 5-yard line. Hand off as Shilo runs this one in there, and he has got another touchdown for App State. As App State here, it looks like Shilo's a little more healthier this week than he was last week, so that's a good sign there. It also shows, too, that he is ready to go, ready to play, and ready to have a good game here. Of course, he really, I mean, I guess in some ways he doesn't really need it, but in some ways we kind of want to put the nice little cherry on the ice cream to make it look nice and pretty, and just hopefully this performance we have here today can kind of seal it and make sure and hopefully be a chance to win a Heisman Trophy for the second time now. As we'll see a pass, that is going to be, oh wow, that was not a good pass at all. That one could have, thank goodness it was not any kind of fumble or anything like that. We just came off the back of the lineman there, intended there for Shilo on that play. Now we'll see 3rd and 9, pass there to the tight end as he gets that one inside the 30. We'll see, and now 1st and 10, pass. Tight end gets another catch there. He is working his way up the field as he'll get inside the 20. Pushed out near the 13-yard line for the 1st down. As we'll see a quick pass, and that one's going to be broken up as the receiver had it but dropped it very quickly there. 2nd and 10. Less than 2 minutes left here in the second quarter, and tight end's going to get his hands on hold of that football there. That's going to be now a 3rd and 4. Inside the 10-yard line, handoff to Shilo. Shilo tried to get around that defender there, but he could not pivot back and cut going back inside there, and that's going to force us now to, well, I thought I was going to kick a field goal there, but forces us just to punt, I guess, in that situation there. If we did kick, it was a bad kick, but nonetheless, we'll see here under a minute left here in this particular game. Pass is going to be made there by Shilo. Shilo's going to get the reception, and he is going to get the just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1, up the middle there. Tight end again gets his number called, and he is going to be marked there at the 22-yard line. Timeout is being taken now, as it's 24-3. App State and Georgia Southern both have one timeout remaining. Pass up the middle there, and oh, nice finish there going to the half, as that's a touchdown there. As Benshaw gets the catch, finds his way into the end zone. As that's going to be a nice touchdown here for the Mountaineers of App State. So nice job here. We're definitely showing up in this game. I'm liking when we have games like this, especially with rivalries here. We can really step up here and look at that little juke move there, spin, and then we get taken there quickly at the 35. So nice 1st and 10 here for App State. As they, of course, doing a great job here moving the chains here in this one. As we'll see. Wilson throws up there. That's Bensall again as he'll get this there catch. That's going to place him inside the 8. As we have now getting close to 300 yards now for the day for Wilson. As Wilson out here making another opportunity to get a touchdown here. And he finds the tight end that time. Touchdown App State. As they are now really just stretching this lead out even more so here. As Galloway there makes a nice catch, as he's been very productive here this season and really just being a clutch player there in plays like that, help us out putting points up on the board. 153 yards for the day on the ground, of course, 97 on through the air, as we got stopped there pretty good there, loss of 5. Shilo now here on the outside here. Shilo going up the field, going to the 50, and he's going to be short just of the 50-yard line. But he does get a nice first down there on that nice run. It's Wilson here now going back to the ground game here. Hand off to Shilo. Shilo trying to wrestle his way to that and try to get that first down as he'll come up short there on that play. 2nd and 5 as Shilo again runs this, and he is going to be getting another first down for himself and for the Mountaineers. Let's see now, ball on the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Drop back here for Wilson. Wilson throws there. That's going to be caught. And a nice catch there from the tight end, who finishes off that play very well. And Shilo here runs this one, and he'll get a few yards on that carry. And of course, they're in the 3rd quarter right now. I mean, we're kind of really running away with this game as we ran away with that touchdown. Nice, not touchdown there. Nice chance to get a touchdown there. But we do get points on the board, as we'll see now. 1st and 10 with just 3.5 left here in the 3rd quarter. 41-3 is the ball game. As Shilo here runs. Oh, nice job there, as he is fighting for that yardage there. Making some big strides for some big gains there. And Duck here gets a nice screen call there, and so he'll get some positive yardage of his own as well. Throw there, the screen pass. Duck here trying to stay in bounds, but he's going to have momentum, takes him out of bounds there. It's now 3rd and 14. Pass, that was intended there for Shilo. I don't think he knew that pass was for him, but that ball gets battered away. And we'll be forced to punt or kick a field goal. So now 44-3. Shilo looking for a big run here. He is going down the field here. This could be his dagger to end this one here as he finds his way in there. Nice run. And a great finish there. I think that right there, that might be enough for him to take the rest of the game off. It's now going to be 51-3 here as we come in and just destroy Georgia Southern in this one here. As Shilo putting on a great performance here. Look at this run. Not much effort there from him as he just finds that gap, takes it, and runs with it as we go ahead and sim the 4th quarter. We get pulled out, and that is going to be your ball game. As App State wins this rivalry here, 58-3 is your final. As deeper than hate, rivalry between App State and Georgia Southern continues. And this year, of course, again, App State taking the win. So great job there. We only gave up 3 points out of all of this whole game in the 1st quarter there, and gave them nothing but a bunch of goose eggs, which is always nice to see on your ledger there. But great, nice performance there for our guys as we ended the regular season strong. Maybe not as strong as we were hoping for, but at least got the last game of the season, got a nice win, and now we can go into see what kind of game what type of bowl game we're gonna be getting here in the second part of it. And of course we'll find out here at the end of the video here who that opponent will be here. And of course, we'll also see who's going to win that Heisman trophy as well. As well, of course, we have, I think there's 2 weeks still left before the season ends here. So we'll send those 2 weeks here real quick and let you guys know who is the award winners and all that kind of good stuff before we reveal who our bowl game is. Because obviously we're not playing in the conference championship game because, Marshall did a good number on us last time around, and of course then that loss against Carolina, Coastal Carolina didn't do us any favors either. But there you see the numbers right now for the quarterback there for Georgia Southern, as defense looked like they had a nice day there on the field against him, and Really didn't let them get to do too much there when it comes to managing the game there for Georgia Southern, as we pretty much let them know that, hey, this is our game. We're finishing the game off on the right foot here, and no one's going to be telling us what to do of any kind here in this one today. So as we take a look at the defensive numbers there for Georgia Southern, this was like I said, this was a game that we definitely needed. Wish we would have did it. We were able to do it in the Coastal Carolina game, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. We definitely have to get better here, depending on regardless of who this is coming up in this final game of this season. But Wilson, 25 of 30, not a bad day for him at all. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, thank goodness. 293 there for him. Shilo, 19 carries for 254 with 3 rushing touchdowns there. Nice job. 14 broken tackles. Duck, 12 for 43, or 47, excuse me, a touchdown there for him. And then there you see receiving yards. Almost had 100 yards receiving. 10 catches for 97. No touchdowns there in that game. But, yeah, came really close to getting the century mark there for us in the receiving game. Would been even better if we could have got a touchdown there. But, yeah, always next time here. We'll definitely try to see, depending on who we play against in this next game here, hopefully we can put up some gaudy numbers before the season ends and go out on a good high note. Offensive player of the Sun Belt this week, as he is also named as the National Offensive Player of the Week. So congrats there. As hopefully these awards that we're getting, weekly awards, are going for us here. Hopefully we can get some things going. As we see here, we got all B's, so that'll affect our GPA, which is up there. It's high. It's nice. There you see the conference championship games. UTEP versus Louisiana State. San Jose State taking on Boise. Miami University taking on Toledo. TCU taking on Oklahoma State. Troy versus Marshall. What happened to Southern Miss? What happened to that? Oh my goodness, Troy. They're 7-1 in conference. Wow. Oh my goodness. What happened to Southern Miss? They fell off the table there. They were the lead. They were the best team overall. But man, whoever decided to kick them in the teeth these last 2 weeks have done a good job there. Marshall, of course, will be hosting that or be in that game as well. So, like I said, that should have been us. But Alabama taking on Auburn, UCF taking on Rice, UCLA or USC taking on Ohio State. Of course, Clemson taking on Duke. As we're looking at possibly going to taking on Florida International in the New Orleans Bowl. That's a Thursday night game in mid-December. So we'll see if that'll be the case here. Of course, things can change after some wins and losses here. You see here, UTEP loses there 24-22 against Louisiana Tech. Boise, they end up winning there. As for Marshall, Troy, ranked 12th in the nation. They look like they might get the spot in there in the college football. They defeat Marshall 41-13 there. So thank you so much. Even though I think we beat Troy, that's the only loss that Troy had this whole season, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Congratulations there to Troy, and now they get a chance to move on to possibly going to the college football playoffs there. So the Walter Camp Award goes to, of course, Shilo there. Of course, Shilo's also going to win the Maxwell. That's now both years. Now he has now won it 2 times now, back-to-back years. And, of course, the Heisman Trophy, yes, for the 2nd time in his career here in college football. And Road to Glory here, he has won the Heisman. So he's now a 2-time, just like Archie Griffin won it back in the, late 60s, early 70s. Now, P.J. Shilo can now say he is one of now 2 men have now won the Heisman Trophy back-to-back years. He also wins the Doc Walker again for the second straight year. Nice job there for him. And what else does this young man win? And he looks like he is going to get first Sun Belt, all Sun Belt, I should say. Nice job there. It's like I said, a great season for him. Not the season I'm sure he was hoping for. I hope he was hoping to be in the college football playoffs there, win another conference title there, but just could not get that loss there against Marshall. Just did us in. And of course, there you see who will be playing in the New Orleans Bowl. It'll be Jacksonville State. So Jacksonville State and App State will go head to head in that matchup there, as now we're ranked 20th in the nation, and we got a big opportunity here now to show off what we can do here in the Big Easy. So we get the same bowl, but a different team that we'll be facing, and we'll try to see if we can do our best to try to knock these guys off and try to bring home a bowl victory. Well, that is it for this episode of Road to Glory with PJ Shilo. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Of course, don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet Plus LP. And of course, don't forget to check us out on our main channel over on ESGNet, as we have a coaching carousel with Matt Marvel over there, as well as our Nebraska Cornhuskers series. It's been a lot of fun playing that, as well as some other content as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned as we'll get to our possible final game of our college career. I think winning 2 Heisman's in a row back-to-back years, I think that says that we need to go to the NFL. So this could be his last game. We'll see if we can win this one, and of course see what type of decision he makes coming up in the next episode, win or lose this bowl game. We'll see if he'll move on to the NFL or not. But that's it for this episode of the Coach Care, or I should say the Road to Glory of PJ Shilo. As always, keep each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.